Welcome everyone to another episode of Time for BL. This is the podcast where we review movies, TV shows, novels, and comics, all in the boys love genre. So I just finished the first episode of Bad Buddy, the series, and oh my gosh, I am so excited. I've been waiting for a while for a good BL. A lot of times I said I was not going to talk about Thai BL anymore because I'm kind of tired of the oversaturation of it. But one of the reasons I'm tired of it is like any and everything just gets put out and like, it's a BL, watch it, and you're supposed to just love it. And I've been waiting for like another good scripted, like really well filmed show, and the first episode, honestly, for me, did not disappoint. I can tell that they definitely refilmed a lot of scenes. I'm guessing some of the actors left, probably because of COVID, they got delayed and they ended up having to refilm. It looks like, I'm thinking, I don't know, someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I loved it so far. I'm a huge fan of Om. I think I've said before on here, I'm a huge fan of Om. I've always been excited to see where his career is going to go, no matter what he plays in, because he does a really good job. I really enjoy the shows he's been a part of that I've watched, except for one. I've already talked about that show. God, I can't remember the name of it anymore, but he played Frame. I think that was his first series, and he did really well in that. And just to see him grow and see how much he has grown with his acting so far is just so entertaining, and I'm so proud of him. He is amazing. I don't think I did a review of, what's the name of that one? Tale of a Thousand Stars. Because I watched that one as well, and I really enjoyed A Tale of a Thousand Stars. I thought that was also really well filmed, and they did a lot of refilming because they actually had to change the character from a soldier to a forest ranger. They did a really good job on that one as well. I probably should review that, but let's talk about the first episode of Bad Buddy, the series. Now, the way it opens up with having them in different areas, and then when they finally see each other, like introduction of, this is Pran, he is my neighbor. But I actually really enjoyed that, and it kind of shows also how Pran is with, we saw it in the commercial as well, but seeing in the first episode how he is so well organized. Even his room is really well organized, and then, you compare it to Pat, and his room is actually very similar to mine as a teenager. I guess to me, he's more realistic. But yeah, he's a little more disorganized, and kind of showing that they're different. The way they put together, is it a juxtaposition? Put together like the cuts of showing the dinners with the family, and how each of them eat with their family, and how different even that is with Pat just like grabbing this, grabbing that, and just stuffing his face, versus Pran's family, where the mom is like sharing everybody's plates, and his dad is putting on classical music for them to listen. His dad just seems so pretentious to me. I'd just like to say that. I just have to point that out. His dad just seems so pretentious to me in that scene. And of course, in the beginning, we see where the rift between the families come as well, with the fact that they both families own similar businesses, we're right next door to each other, and we're competitors. And the fact that Pran's family's business stole the employees as well. So, they're also neighbors. So we see where a lot of this hate is coming from, a lot of this divide is coming from between them. I think as we watch it and we see more of the shots where they go back in time. Why are words leaving my mind? Flashbacks. I'm talking about flashbacks. But I think as the show progresses and we see the flashbacks, I will see more of the continuation of the growth between Pat and Pran, because even that scene where we see them together where they're fighting about the trash cans, the two of them weren't horrible to each other. It kind of is like we do this because we're supposed to kind of deal still. So you could already tell that they have a very different relationship than what their parents have. And even with the fact that Pat is ready to be like, yeah, I won't fight Pran, I won't beat him up, I'll make sure no one beats him up. And, kind of is just ready to protect him. So they've already, from years before, and we see where the beginning of that is, developed a form of frenemyship. A frenemyship, where they have to, of course, show their enemies in front of everyone, but behind the scenes they're still kind of speaking nicely. Like it's not the nicest, but it's kind of nicely to each other. So we see that their relationship is pretty much just complicated. It's very complicated, with them having, their parents always at each other's throats, their classmates at each other's throats, hating each other's faculties, and then now here they are at each other's throats again. And I want to see from the flashbacks, I'm hoping from the flashbacks, we're going to get more flashbacks and we're going to see how they kind of moved into that frenemy position more and more. And as we see now as adults, I'm going to say adults because they're in college, I'm going to assume college age kids are adults, but now we are also seeing them now as adults and how this relationship is developing more and more. So far, it's only the first episode, but I'm liking the first episode. I cannot wait for the next episode. I'm sure a lot of people can't wait for the next episode as well, because I don't think I've seen a bad review of it yet, because I decided to check to see what anyone is saying about Bad Buddy right now. And so far I haven't seen anything negative. Now, my only worry is the shippers. Because sometimes shippers take it to the extreme. I've already doing a little research on what we're getting on the show so far. Of course, I expect to see the Pat X Pran videos and showing scenes from the show, scenes from the trailers and all that, and put it together over music and all that. I expect that. We get that with every show. What I am not happy to see is the Nanon stuff that's out there. Seriously, I'm all for the shipping of characters and the posting of characters. I'm not for the shipping of real people, the actors and people who are the way they're so open with being affectionate. I bet they really do like each other. It's nobody learns their lesson. Do you want it to get to the point where they can't film things together anymore or be seen together anymore because they're tired of shipping? Think of the actors that have stopped hanging out in public because they kept getting shipped so much that they were I just don't want this anymore. Please, stop it. I said stop it. Everybody say stop it. It's not fun. Especially since I'm really enjoying this show and I think both actors did really well. I don't know if they... I think I've talked about it before, doing chemistry tests with actors, where what you do is you bring different actors in and you have them play the role as you're auditioning. You don't just have them audition, but people who you like, you bring them in with another actor who you have for the other, who you have for their love interest, and you actually have them read lines together and interact, and you watch them do that, and you see where the chemistry is. Because sometimes people do really well with the, the enemies to lovers trope, which is what Bad Buddy does. they'll do really well with the enemies, but they don't do as well with the lovers. Or they'll do really well with the lovers, but the enemies... You're supposed to hate him! Oh, my bad. But they seem to do really well with the enemies to lovers trope so far. But again, I'm only seeing the first episode. I'm going off the first episode and some of the stuff we've seen from the trailers and posters and all that. But it looks like whoever did the chemistry test with them, the casting, did a really good job. I cannot wait to see more of Drake. He plays Corn. I think I've said it before that I really love him. I mean, My Tea, the series was sucky. It was a horrible show. Their little mini episode that they had to like show the relationship in college and the fact that the relationship continued and all that, to me that was the best episode ever in all of the My Tea series, and it wasn't even attached fully to the My Tea series. That was just like a one-off special, and I thought that was really good. My Tea, the series, was horrible. It was. Just accept it. His character in Together, the series, is it Together or Together with Me? I can't even remember. No, Together. Anyway, he was a side character in that, and him and I can't remember his name, but he played T in My Tea, the series. They, did their whole thing. I didn't fully like Together, especially the ending. High five. But I really liked his character in a sense. Well, I liked Drake. I like his acting. And he was also, of course, in A Tale of a Thousand Stars. And I liked him in that too. I like him as an actor. So I'm really excited to see what he does with this role as well. But it also does make me go, is he ever going to get another leading role again? Like, did My Tea, the series, mess up him getting a leading role? Because now he's just side characters. Because he's a good actor, in my opinion. He is a good actor, but is he only going to be getting side parts from now on? I would love to see him in a leading role again, hopefully, eventually, one day. But who knows if that will happen. Who knows? I'm just happy to be here. That's probably what he's saying. Like, hey, I got a job. I'm getting paid. Give me all the side characters. Like, hey, nothing wrong with that too. Who else did I notice that the sister. I need to see more of her to see how I feel about her. Because right now she seems to just be there because she, I guess, is in the book. I guess I'm supposed to feel... Alright, so I should have said spoiler alert from the beginning, but spoiler alert. So she almost drowned and Pran helped save her. And she owes her life to him, in a sense. Yeah. And she wants her brother to be nice to him, of course. Because of what... there's probably more as well why she wants him to be nice to him, because I haven't read it. I haven't read Bad Buddy, so I'm just watching the series and learning about it. And I'm sure the book is going to omit a lot of stuff from the book, and people are going to say the book is better. It usually is. But I think I want to see more of Pa to see who she is exactly. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Like, it's like, what is it called? The Bechdel test? Replace her with a plant? And would the story continue if she was replaced with a plant? Maybe. I mean, right now the only two women we've seen engage is her and her mom. Because I'm not even counting the scene with the monks, because they weren't talking to each other. They were talking to the monks, and they were just like talking over each other. I want my child. My son is going to be very handsome. Oh, bless me with a more handsome son. My son will have a pretty girlfriend. Bless my son with a prettier girlfriend. Like, that's, they weren't engaging with each other. I think I don't know. I mean, it's a BL, and most BLs wouldn't pass I think it is the Bechdel test. Most BLs wouldn't pass it because it's not about the female characters. It is about the male characters. But if we're gonna have these shows that have very strong ties to their families, because it is strong ties to their families. The whole idea is that their families are enemies. It's Romeo and Juliet. Their families are enemies, and we're not, the only engagement we've seen is between the dads. We haven't really seen a verbal engagement between the moms. So hopefully that comes about soon or eventually. I would love to see that. I'd love to see the moms arguing, or maybe in the end the moms are the ones who help bring everything together, like, because they both seem to have close relationships with their sons. Their sons told them first about the fact that they're class president, I guess, or what, I don't remember what they said it was, and that should show that they have a really strong relationship with their mothers. And hopefully this means, of course, we all know where it's going to go. It's a BL. That hopefully this means that eventually, because they grow to like each other and fall in love, that the mothers are going to be maybe the first people they tell. And the mothers would be the ones to help bring the dads together. And which still wouldn't pass the Bechdel test, because the whole point is the women have to have a conversation that has nothing to do with the males in the story, or the main character, the main male in the story, or anything like that. And I just need to accept that BLs will never pass the Bechdel test. Okay. So yeah, I think that's basically most of it for me for this episode, because it's just the first episode. Prediction: Corn and Y are gonna either end up together or end up being friends or end up together. I'm probably wrong with that one, but I like seeing whenever Drake gets a storyline that he fights. I just really like him. I just like him, and I want him on screen, okay? I want a lot of Drake. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. But that's probably not going to happen. But I'm just going to say it's going to happen just to pique my interest, to give me like one relationship that comes out of the blue or doesn't come out of the blue, because I already know where one relationship is going, because they're the main characters, and that's how it works. It's not even a will they, won't they. They will. They will. Just when will they? Soon? Please. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's everything on the first episode. Let me know your predictions of who characters you would ship in the show. Which characters would you ship? Let me know. I cannot wait for episode 2. Hurry up! I want to watch you. And so does everyone else. Stop shipping actors, ship characters. I shouldn't tell y'all how to live your life, but I will anyway. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Time for BL. I am JD Young, and I can't wait to talk to you next time when we make some more time for BL. Have a good day.